Here we go, boys and girls. A triple threat match for the Women's United States Champion. It's about to go down. Really interesting here. As Zoey Stark has officially won the Smackdown Women's Champion from Rhea Ripley a few weeks ago. Now she goes up against Askua, which is one of the women she has defeated in order to get to the match against Rhea Ripley to win the SmackDown Women's Champion, and against no one else than the Women's United States Champion herself, the ace of the women's division, Young Ace. So Stark repping that SmackDown Women's Champion real good there, and she's about to head on to one of her, as you could say, probably nemesis inside the women's division, as Ace and Stark went up against each other twice before, once at Ground Zero, another time at Backlash, as well as once before all that, when the United States Champion was first introduced, Zoey Stark was the first one to ever held it. So there's a long history there between those two. As well, this is the first time Askua and Young Ace are going up against each other one-on-one in a sort of way. Askua has history with Zoey Stark, but does not have any history at all with Young Ace. Another thing to keep in mind is this is a live event. Anything, the rules still applies, especially with Shayna Baszler hanging around the back. It's WrestleMania since September. It's been almost 1 year for Shayna Baszler to hold that champion, hold onto that briefcase. And who knows, she might cash in tonight on Young Ace for the defending women's champion. Who knows? Anything can happen. I swear that this seems to be a treat for the people of New York City, seeing these three top talented women go at it for probably the most prestigious title in the entire industry as of this moment, which is the Women's United States Champion. For the past a month and a half, roughly, Young Ace has been putting both those titles on the line at almost every single week, twice a month nearly, and she has proved each and every time why she is the ace of the women's division. And she is repping the CWO very, very strongly. She is the face of the defendant's women's division, and since some could say the face of America as a Canadian. And she's had more matches for the Women's placing the United States Champion on the line than compared to the defendant's Women's Champion. But it's kind of a good thing for Young Ace as well, because after this match, she has to place the defendant's Women's Champion, assuming we don't see Shayna Baszler tonight. She places the defendant's Women's Champion on the line this Saturday against Io Sky as they open up the Royal Rumble. That's what it's all about right there, the Women's United States Champion. As I stated earlier, probably the most prestigious title going at the moment. Young Ace placed it against some of the top talented women, against Dakota Kai, against Zoey Stark several times, and even hold on to it at the same time as the defendant's women's champion already places it onto another level. So we start going for the quick cover, but Ace able to break it up quickly and not end this match in like 2 minutes. Seems like Stark and Askua have some unfinished business here, going for a bridge for pin, and Askua gets broken up at Ace now with a suplex to Askua. So we're still going high flying and misses the leg drop to Askua. Or Young Ace and Ace now with another suplex over to Zoey Stark and Askua, and Ace for the first time ever go out in a clash, and Ace goes flying over the top rope and lands straight onto Zoey Stark. All three competitors says this is a false count anywhere match. Anything goes. As well as there is eliminations as well. Therefore, the eliminations can definitely open up another factor here to leave some potential wiggle room, as especially with Young Ace, especially with the history between Young Ace and Zoey's dog, and the potential dream matchup that Asuka and Young Ace could do, or even the history between Zoey's dog and Asuka. Now Dog and Ace back into the ring, and a flatliner there, but Ace turning attention over to Asuka, to the top rope now, and diving a double axe handle connects into Asuka. And Young Ace showing off to the crowd, Asuka from behind, and slams her head to the back of the pavement. Ace was quickly recovered from that and surprised Zoey's dog from out of nowhere. Chop to the stop with the lower down spear by Asuka, going for the cover now. 1, 2, no. Almost a 2 count, but Young Ace was able to break it up. Asuka now was surprised that she didn't get the 3 count there, and a reverse suplex there for Young Ace to Asuka. Ace looking for the 13 takeover into Asuka. Onto Zoey's dog. Is Dog going to tap out? Is Dog going to give up her dream of recapturing the Women's United States Champion? And Ace breaks it up, going for a forearm there, but instead gets slammed against the barricade. Asuka taking control. She chucks Ace to the other side of the arena. Ace is able to come back with a spinning heel to the gut. Ace giving Asuka a taste of her own medicine as she slams Asuka against the barricade. So he's backed up and gets another clothesline to the chest area, and back down she goes. Ace rolls her up, and super kick connects to the face. Asuka trying to slam Ace against the stair steps, but couldn't walk there. Ace using the barricade as a weapon once more against Asuka. For a third time, and a step up into Zoey there connects. Asuka comes right back up, and Ace just takes Zoey right back down. Seems like Ace has no attention at all. And for Zoey's dog to be in this match, she's purely focused on Asuka. It seems like Zoey's dog's a complete second thought here. Another flatliner to Asuka. Zoey's dog's getting frustrated as she grabs the chair now, uses it against Asuka. Now to the face of Asuka with an unprotected chair shot to the face, now to the back of Ace. Zoey's getting furious here. But Ace has had enough of the chair. That's this suplex. Ace is just letting Zoey get a taste of her own medicine with a boot to the face, and just adding more pressure to it. Asuka coming back. And once again, Ace using the barricade. Ace just seems to be using the entire outside to an advantage any way she can, because she knows the odds are stacked against her, especially having a really tough match against Io Sky already down the line for this Saturday. There's the finisher. Zoey's dog is listening in for Zoey's dog. 1, 2, and 3. Zoey's dog is eliminating the Smackdown Women's Champion. Zoey's dog is eliminating. Seems like we're down to the Empress of Tommorow and the Ace of the Women's Division. Asuka now has the chair. Super kick, but doesn't connect, and Asuka gets the chair to the back. But yeah, as I was saying, it seems like Young Ace is just trying to use anything on the outside to her advantage, because the odds were stacked against her, and still kind of are. and especially has Io Sky down the line. So that's already 2 matchups in the matter of 1 week for both the titles, technically. The United States Champion tonight, or today. The defending women's champion on Saturday. 3rd flatliner now. Ace is getting fired up. Potentially looking to finish this thing off. Brings Asuka into the ring. Calling her up. And the rolling facebuster connects. Going for the quick cover. 1, 2, and Asuka stays in it. Ace is not able to put Asuka away that quickly. The Empress of Tommorow stays alive and to perhaps become the Empress of Tommorow stays alive to potentially become the United States Champion of Tomorrow. There we go. It's finally said it. And Ace changes her mind on the dime there and just throws Asuka to the outside. Ace calling up Asuka without even looking at her. Looking for the senton again, and no, Asuka had it scouted from earlier and dived out of the way. Ace feeding off the New York crowd, trying to get the crowd pumped even more, but clearing off the announce table. What's Ace thinking here? What's Ace thinking? No, surely not. Ace, we don't need to do this, man. You have a match on Saturday. You don't need to do this. No. DDT through the announce table! Cover! 1, 2, and somehow, some way, Asuka stays alive. What in the world is it going to take to put Asuka away? Asuka's definitely giving Ace the run for her money. Seems like Asuka's fired up after potentially being put away there with a cross arm breaker. And Ace quickly able to escape it. Ground and pounding Asuka to the mat. Trying to recover the left arm quickly. But Asuka is not getting off the attack that easily. Spinning kick to the face. Ace fighting back and a cold breaker to the face of Asuka. Ace now wrenching that left leg, weakening it. Elbow drop. Asuka staying alive. Ace says no. Picks up fireman's carry. Flattens her into the powerbomb position. She'll to the ropes now. Perhaps looking to something interesting. Nope, that's a shoulder tackle there. Asuka. Ace, the ref gets in the way from Young Ace's plan. And Asuka now, with an elevated reverse DDT suplex of sorts. I don't really know what that's called, but we can go with that, because that twist makes sense. Asuka now with the chair, trying to introduce more weapons into this match. Perhaps looking for this attention she had earlier before she changed her mind. And the 13 takeover connects. So that's it. And Asuka quickly taps out to the 13 takeover. And here's your winner, and still your Women's United States Champion, Young Ace. So the next time we see Young Ace will be this Saturday at the Royal Rumble as she opens up the pay-per-view against Io Sky for the defending Women's Champion. See you guys Saturday.